In a world where our personal lives are increasingly exposed, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a refuge, a guide to navigating the complexities of modern privacy with serenity and wisdom. Imagine for a moment a life where your inner peace is untouchable, where your sense of self is not shaken by external circumstances. This is the promise of Stoicism, a philosophy that has endured for centuries because it speaks to the very core of human experience. But what does Stoicism have to do with privacy? How can the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca help us protect our personal space in a world dominated by digital surveillance, data breaches, and social media oversharing? Today, we'll explore the Stoic approach to privacy, how understanding and embracing what we can control can lead to a more secure and tranquil life. We'll see how the Stoic discipline can be applied to our digital habits and why inner peace is perhaps the most powerful shield against the invasion of our private lives. So, let's journey into the wisdom of the Stoics and uncover how their timeless teachings can help us preserve our privacy in an age where everything seems to be up for grabs. At the heart of Stoicism lies a simple but profound principle, the dichotomy of control. The ancient Stoics believed that life is divided into two domains, what we can control and what we cannot. This clear distinction is more than just a philosophical exercise. It's a practical tool for navigating life's challenges. Imagine walking through a storm. You can't control the rain, the wind, or the thunder, but you can choose how you respond, whether you take shelter, brave the storm, or simply let it pass. In the same way, Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control the actions of others, the state of the world, or the relentless march of technology, we can control our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. This principle of control is especially relevant when it comes to privacy. In today's digital age, it might feel like our personal information is constantly at risk, like we're losing control over who sees our data and how it's used. But Stoicism invites us to shift our focus, to stop worrying about what's beyond our grasp and instead concentrate on what we can actually manage. You can't control the algorithms of social media platforms, the data policies of corporations, or the prying eyes of cyber intruders. But you can control how much information you choose to share, how you secure your devices, and how you react to potential breaches of your privacy. By accepting what we can't change and taking responsibility for what we can, we reclaim a sense of agency and peace of mind. The Stoics also teach us to cultivate indifference to the things beyond our control. This doesn't mean we become careless or passive. Rather, it's about recognizing the futility of worrying about things we cannot influence. In terms of privacy, this could mean letting go of the anxiety that comes from trying to control every aspect of our digital footprint. Instead, focus on what you can do to protect your privacy and accept that some aspects will always remain outside your control. This Stoic approach doesn't just protect our privacy, it also preserves our inner tranquility. By focusing on what we can control and accepting what we can't, we free ourselves from the constant stress and anxiety that often accompanies modern concerns about privacy. We learn to navigate the digital world with a sense of calm and clarity, guided by the wisdom of the Stoics. Now that we've established the Stoic principle of control, let's delve into how this philosophy can guide our actions in the realm of digital privacy. In a world where our data is constantly at risk, applying Stoic discipline to our online habits can make a significant difference in how secure and serene we feel about our digital lives. Stoicism teaches us the importance of discipline, of training our minds and habits to align with our values. When it comes to digital privacy, this means being deliberate and mindful about the information we share, the platforms we use, and the precautions we take to protect our data. It's about cultivating a disciplined approach to how we engage with technology, one that reflects our desire to maintain control over our private lives. Let's start with a simple yet powerful practice: mindfulness of what we share. In the same way that Stoics advise us to be mindful of our thoughts and emotions, we should be mindful of the data we disclose online. Before posting on social media, sharing personal information, or signing up for a new service, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is this necessary? Am I comfortable with this information being public? Would this action align with my desire for privacy and security? Stoic discipline also extends to our habits around digital security. Just as Stoics practiced self-discipline in their daily lives, we should practice it in our digital lives. This could mean setting strong passwords, regularly updating security settings, or using encryption tools to protect sensitive information. It's about taking proactive steps to safeguard our privacy, much like a Stoic would take care to maintain their moral integrity. But discipline in Stoicism is not just about actions. It's also about how we manage our thoughts and emotions. The Stoics believed in cultivating a sense of detachment from things outside our control, and this can be incredibly helpful when dealing with the anxiety that often accompanies concerns about digital privacy. Instead of being consumed by fear or paranoia, a Stoic approach encourages us to focus on what we can do and to let go of the rest. For instance, we can't control how a company might use our data once it's out of our hands, but we can choose to be selective about which companies we trust with our information. We can't prevent every potential data breach, but we can control how we respond, whether by taking steps to mitigate the damage or by not letting the incident disturb our inner peace. In applying Stoic discipline to our digital lives, we create a balance between vigilance and tranquility. We become more aware of our actions and their consequences, but we also learn to accept that some things will always be beyond our control. This blend of proactive security and calm acceptance is the essence of Stoic wisdom in the digital age. At the core of Stoicism lies the pursuit of inner peace, a state of mind where external events, no matter how tumultuous, do not disturb our tranquility. This principle is not only crucial for living a good life, but also serves as a powerful tool in protecting our privacy. When we cultivate inner peace, we become less reactive, more deliberate in our actions, and more resilient in the face of challenges to our personal space. Inner peace, in the Stoic sense, is about maintaining calm and clarity, regardless of what's happening around us. In the context of privacy, this means not letting the fear of being watched, tracked, or exposed drive our behavior. Instead, we focus on what truly matters: our values, our well-being, and our sense of self. When we are at peace, we make better decisions about our privacy. We're not swayed by fear-mongering headlines or overwhelmed by the latest technological threats. Instead, we can calmly assess risks, decide on the best course of action, and implement strategies that align with our desire for security and tranquility. For instance, consider how social media platforms often provoke anxiety by encouraging us to share more and more of our lives online. A Stoic, grounded in inner peace, would recognize that this anxiety stems from a fear of missing out or a need for validation, both external forces. By rejecting these influences and focusing on what truly brings peace, the Stoic can choose to engage with social media on their own terms, sharing only what aligns with their values and maintaining control over their privacy. Moreover, inner peace helps us to resist the constant pressure to overshare or to conform to the norms of digital culture. It gives us the strength to say no to invasive apps, to limit our digital footprint, and to opt for privacy over convenience when necessary. When our minds are clear and calm, we are less likely to fall into the traps of digital overexposure. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from within, that our sense of liberty and autonomy is something that cannot be taken away so long as we maintain control over our minds. This idea is particularly relevant in today's world, where digital privacy is often seen as something fragile and easily lost. By cultivating inner peace, we can reclaim a sense of control and autonomy over our privacy, recognizing that while external forces can threaten our personal information, they cannot touch the core of who we are. In this way, inner peace becomes our most powerful defense against the erosion of privacy. It allows us to navigate the digital world with confidence, knowing that our well-being does not depend on the whims of technology or the actions of others. It gives us the clarity to protect what matters most: our sense of self, our values, and our inner tranquility. As we've explored today, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers valuable guidance for navigating the complex and often intimidating world of digital privacy. By embracing the Stoic principles of control, discipline, and inner peace, we can reclaim a sense of agency and serenity in an age where our personal information is constantly under threat. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control the actions of others or the ever-evolving landscape of technology, we can control our responses, our choices, and our mindset. By focusing on what is within our power, such as the information we choose to share, the security measures we put in place, and the mindset we cultivate, we can protect our privacy without losing our inner peace. Remember, the Stoics didn't seek to control the world. They sought to control their own minds and actions. In the same way, we don't need to be consumed by anxiety over our digital privacy. Instead, we can approach it with the calm and clarity of a Stoic, taking practical steps to protect ourselves while accepting the limitations of our control. So, as you move forward in your digital life, take the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca with you. Apply their wisdom to your online habits, and let their philosophy guide you to a place where your privacy is secure and your mind is at peace.